And welcome back to Cheyenne Today here on 1240 KFBC. I'm J.D. Harris. We're happy to have in studio with us this morning Tom Ritter, WY7KY. Tom is a member of the Cheyenne Amateur Radio Club here in town. And hey, Tom, how's it going?
Pretty good, J.D. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, glad to have you guys have you come in. And we're going to talk about Field Day coming up, and that's a lot of fun. It's open to the public. If you ever wanted to find out about ham radio or come test your golden pipes on the microphone or whatever, we'll give you an opportunity to do that. But
Absolutely.
Tell us about Field Day, first of all.
Well, Field Day is a weekend, actually. It's coming up on the 25th, 26th this month. It is a day where we set up in the field. We take our radio communication gear and we set it up in the field, and we simulate emergency operations. We use batteries, generators, that type of thing, and we have different classes for the Field Day competition. It's kind of like a competition, and all the clubs everywhere in the U.S. participate, and even amateur radio operators overseas participate too. They contact us. We get points for having so many contacts. The one thing we're going to have this year, we had last year that was a big success, is a get on the air station, or a GOTA station. We'll have that set up for individuals. If they want to come out, they don't have to have their license. They can get on the air and they can, talk and make contacts all over the world.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a neat incentive, get people wrapped up into ham radio, and that ought to be a lot of fun. We're going to be holding it this year out on Blue Mountain Road. It's off Horse Creek Road, northwest of Cheyenne. We're going to start setting up probably Saturday around noon, and then the operations go until Sunday at noon.
Yeah, it's 24 hours. Who drew the short straw and has to work 2 to 4 in the morning?
Well, that's up to whoever can stay up the longest. Some of us old guys don't last too long. We get the young whippersnappers to do that.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it's 24-hour deal, but it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people on the air, and it's good camaraderie. We have, a cookout and stuff like that. So we encourage the public to come out and see the operation, see what we're capable of doing as far as communications.
Right. It's really, and I don't, when people think of ham radio, Tom, I don't think they think of the networks that operate on a daily basis all over the country for, and like this exercise is emergency preparedness or whatever,
Right.
but that happens daily.
Every day.
Every day. If you have, if there was an emergency, there's a way to have emergency traffic to contact someone, whatever the case may be.
That's correct. 24/7, somebody is on the air. Amateur radio operators have been known to provide communications in emergencies, such as they help out the Red Cross, they help out National Guard with communications, save like during Katrina. Even if there's like an accident, I was on the air the other night, and there was a guy that came on the air on one of the frequencies, and he declared an emergency. So he was a truck driver, I think, and he was somewhere in Oklahoma. And so I stumbled across this conversation where they were trying to figure out where he was at, what exit he was at, and to get a hold of his wife. Well, he gave one of the guys his wife's number, and she got contacted. Hadn't heard from him for a while, so they basically got communications back and forth between his wife and him, figuring out that he needs to get off of the road because he's been on the road too long, and get a hotel and just to bed down for the night due to whatever emergency he had. I wasn't really sure, but that type of communication goes on all the time. Even ships to shore, they use amateur radio communications a lot of time to get information back off ships if they run into trouble. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then there's one network that I've checked in several times, haven't for a while now, but like the YBL network that's nationwide. Then you have like the Beehive network over in Utah and places like that. And they're there on a daily basis to take traffic. You can always you have all these different hams from all over the country check in, and then if you want to get a hold of a guy, they give you the opportunity to call out for a buddy or something like that.
Right.
You can move to a different frequency, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
But the whole thing about it is disaster preparedness.
Correct.
And everybody, Tom. Well, I think about it too. Is the big EMP bomb.
Yep.
Or some sort of communications failure nationwide that could happen via accident, natural disaster, terrorism, whatever. Right. There's a guy somewhere with a 12-volt battery.
Exactly.
And a radio sitting on the hood of his truck with the wires strung up in the tree.
Yep.
That can make contact to your son somewhere.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
And the networks are designed that way, and people know within your intrastate what frequencies you guys use on a daily basis.
Right.
So they can go to those frequencies, contact somebody, because the word's going to be out. Something's up. So everybody's going to start gathering, and before you know it, you have a network. Well, that network gets into the other state's network, and if you need to have transcontinental communication, you go coast to coast. By the time somebody figures out that everything, all the satellites and the cell phones and everything is dead, there's going to be hams on the air like you would not believe.
Right.
Making contacts.
Yeah.
And getting information back from maybe government leaders and that type of thing. So,
sure.
Yeah, very viable source.
Yeah, and that's what Field Day is all about, coming up on the 25th and the 26th, is so somebody who has an interest in that or can see it in action, I guess.
We're going to be displaying it, and we invite everybody to come out and take a look. It's going to be great.
Yeah, if you want to get on the air, you have the opportunity to do that. So, again, that's Blue Mountain Road, and it's northwest of town.
Northwest of town. It's off of Horse Creek.
Okay.
It's about at the 12-mile marker, you'll see Blue Mountain take off.
Okay.
To the left, and we're at 1030 Blue Mountain, which is the actual community house in that subdivision.
Okay.
So,
all right, very cool.
Yeah.
Also, something kind of neat that you have put together, Tom, is Governor Mead is going to make a proclamation here concerning ham radio.
Yeah, that's correct. It's kind of one of the neatest things I think that we've done with ham radio. We contacted Governor Mead's office, talked to his secretary, and proposed this proclamation to proclaim June 20th through 26th as Amateur Radio Week. We got a call yesterday that was going to happen. The signing is going to be on the 16th of this month, and we'll have a bunch of the Cheyenne Amateur Radio Club leaders there with Governor Mead while he signs the proclamation. And basically, the proclamation will read, I, Matt Mead, Governor of the State of Wyoming, do hereby recognize June 20th through 26th, 2016 as Amateur Radio Week in the state of Wyoming, and I call this observance to the attention of all citizens. So that's what it's going to be.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Wyoming, is there's a lot of hams in Wyoming. There's not a lot of people.
Right.
But there's quite a good chunk of people that are ham radio operators.
That's correct. Yeah, we've got over 750 amateurs in Wyoming itself. Mm-hmm. There's over 727,000 amateurs U.S.-wide.
Right, in the country. So there you go. All right, so the proclamation will be signed on the 16th. I wonder if are there other clubs in other states that have heard about this, you think? Or they're like, man, that's kind of cool.
Absolutely. I'm on the public PR reflector for Amateur Radio Relay League. About 12 states now have proclamations from their governors.
Okay.
About every day you see another one coming in, so they're starting to ramp up. Sure. I don't know how many will have them, but a good majority of the states will have proclamations by the time Field Day kicks off. So, it's cool. It's a very cool thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking with Tom Ritter from the Cheyenne Amateur Radio Club. Tom, the unofficial PIO, I guess, of
correct
of Cheyenne Amateur Radio Club. And, let's start at the beginning. If people are interested in ham radio, you can go to the, is it Cheyenne?
Cheyenne ARC.
Is it .net?
.net.
.net.
Yes.
And it's SHYWYARC.net.
Correct.
You can look at the website, see some of the things that go on with the club, and if you're interested, it can give you a little background there. But everybody's open to helping somebody get started.
Correct. Yeah, and we have classes throughout the year also. If you really want to get started in amateur radio, we have a technician, which is the entry-level class. Every so often we have that going on. Those dates for those classes are listed on the website, so you can go check out the website and see when the next class is, where it's going to be. We have a monthly meeting also that you're welcome to come join us at. It's every second Tuesday of the month. It's out in Laramie County Emergency Management in their conference room at the Archer exit on I-80.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come out and join us there and see what's going on. This month, next Tuesday, our meeting is going to be dedicated pretty much to field day. We're going to be getting our final plans down and who's got what logistics basically.
Sure.
So yeah, but we'd be willing and grateful if you came out and joined us during one of the meetings. It'd be great.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Before I let you go, there's another thing that Ham Radio Club and the ham radio community does, not only in Cheyenne but all over the country, and that's help with emergency communications for local events. Whether it's a 5K run walk for some charity or Frontier Days or county fair, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Usually hams are going to be involved somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. We're involved quite heavily in the parades for Cheyenne Frontier Days. We help out with crowd control. Standing on the corner, you'll probably see us at the various corners with our radios, helping the marshals out. We do that every year. Like you said, a lot of walks, bike rides. We support those as well. Riding on the sag wagons and that type of thing to help people if they need it, get communications to and from the different checkpoints and emergencies. We're also involved with the National Weather Service for Skywarn.
Right.
So we go out and we're trained storm spotters. Will go out and spot these severe thunderstorms and report directly back to National Weather Service. So it's a neat organization.
Yeah, and I've always thought that was kind of cool because, especially the Skywarn, because the National Weather Service got every gadget, gizmo, computer program, eye in the sky, all that, but you cannot beat a human being sitting in a ditch somewhere on a county road looking at a storm.
Right. And if you've ever watched the Weather Channel, you know what we're talking about, because those storm chasers go out there and they are in communication with the National Weather Service. They're even in communication with the Weather Channel, live feeding video. I mean, a lot of these guys live feed, and they will give you confirmation that, yes, what the forecasters are seeing on the radar is actually on the ground.
Right.
Or it's huge hail, or whatever the situation may be. So very viable source.
And I guess that season's coming, isn't it?
It's here. I got my signs for the side of my little car.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
weather spotter.
That's not going to help me in hail, but it will at least identify who I am.
Yeah. Well, it's a good another community service, I guess, that ham radio community does. And again, if you are interested, go to the SHYWYARC.net, and that's spelled SHYWYARC.net. And that's the website you can get some more information on. Governor Proclamation on the 16th for Ham Radio Week on the 20th, 26th of June, and then Field Day, 25th and 26th. Come on out. It's fun.
Yep. Come on out and join us. We'll have a cookout around lunchtime on Saturday, and in the evening time also. Like we said, there's a get on the air station, so anybody can come out, sit down, and we will get you on the air and let you know how to operate.
Yeah, find out what it's all about.
Yeah.
All righty, Tom. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for popping in, man.
Absolutely, JD. Thanks for having us again.
You bet. Tom Ritter with the Cheyenne Amateur Radio Club, WY7KY. We'll be back with more on Cheyenne Today coming right up. Stay with us.